Sorry about that, my lovelies. Alistair Knox, typical, knocking out the power in the building so that he can make a escape in the darkness. Boys still got some show to get to, including our tertiary main event up next, as Angela, who made a powerful impact in her debut last week, defeating the new women's champion Danielle Davis clean as a whistle, 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, now takes on the number one contender, the woman who will be next in line to challenge Danielle Davis for that women's championship of hers, Hailey Jones. And we now have confirmation that that match will take place in a couple of weeks' time at Fortune. Hailey Jones versus Danielle Davis for the Women's Championship. Cannot wait for that one as this gets started hot and heavy. Super kick immediately by Hailey Jones. And what a follow-up that would be for Angela. Rather disappointing, I think, for her and a lot of people who were blown away by her performance last week. And you see Danielle Davis has gotten herself a seat at ringside for this match, probably not only to scout out Hailey Jones as much as she can, but also supporting one of her good friends against a gal I'm sure she would like to get her hands on right about now. Angela Jones has not been silent since that victory. Been running her mouth quite a lot. It's going to be a big first defense for Danielle Davis, having to defend her championship that she worked so hard for, busted her ass for over a year climbing that mountain with so many slip-ups during her ascent, but validation dropped that bow, dethroned Kelsey Hayes, and now her first obstacle is one of her good friends in Hailey Jones, who of course earned her shot by defeating Kelsey Hayes in a non-title match while she was still champion, and Hailey Jones just went flying out of the ring as Angela sidestepped her there. But imagine Angela debuting by defeating the champion and then following it up by defeating the number one contender. She's already got the locker room in the CMV universe talking. Gonna whip up the wrestling world in a frenzy if she finds a way to be victorious here against Jones. Punch to the back of the head, Angela. Gonna help her ever so kindly to her feet. Ooh, K2. That leg drop bulldog variation. Still to come, guys. Kevin Silva makes his return to Crossfire. Haven't seen him in a couple of months. The former CMV Alpha World Champion. Going to be going one-on-one with Jamba. Big opportunity for Black Lightning. And our main event, Schmidty, for the first time ever, going to tango with the new United States champion, Josh Wolf. We know that at Fortune, Schmidty will challenge Ace Reeves for the Global Championship after Paul Devine's unfortunate accident that has rendered him incapable of receiving his shot at the title. So Kellen O'Neill making the executive decision to give the shot to Schmidty, who was the runner-up inside of the Elimination Chamber at Validation. Kick to the gut, caught by Hailey Jones. Big knee up under the jaw. Tries to go for the shin, but Angela catches her in a Russian leg sweep. You definitely don't have to respect. Oh! Sit out Alabama slam. That was, as the kids these days say, Liddy. Horrendous impact for Hailey Jones, who now gets set into the corner. But as I was going to say, you don't have to respect Angela's, way of going about the victory, but certainly one cannot deny Angela's performance against Danielle Davis last week. Oh, that step-up knee. And I think Angela might be asleep here. She is! Hailey Jones has just done what Danielle Davis was unable to do last week, guys. the #1 contender for the Women's Championship, taking out Angela, who, unlike against Danielle Davis last week, going to show some sportsmanship, and Davis at ringside does not look happy. I mean, if Hailey Jones was able to beat Angela, Danielle Davis wasn't. Danielle Davis have a chance at fortune? Are we looking at the next women's champion after all that effort, all that grind? Will Danielle Davis's championship reign be short-lived, or will she be able to glow like only she can when it matters most against one of her BFFs? But impressive performance by Hailey Jones, guys. Angela couldn't keep the fire stoked. Last week here on Crossfire, Jamba had probably the biggest match of his CMV career to date when he went one-on-one with CMV veteran primetime Pierre Thompson, and a hell of a match it was. Really, I said during that match, I think Jamba gave it his all and performed better than we've seen in recent months because he knew what an opportunity that was. In the end, Pierre Thompson came out with the dub, but Jamba's got another, perhaps even bigger opportunity here against the last ever CMV Alpha World Champion, Kevin Silva, returning after a couple of months on the shelf, rehabbing a knee injury. Not too severe, and now he is returning, perhaps going to pick up where Pierre Thompson left off, or can Black Lightning strike back? Joined, as always, by the lovely Soria at ringside, the Portuguese god of wrestling. Step back into the ring. Collar double time to get things started. Jamba, incredibly athletic, very versatile, and most definitely maybe one of the most agile superstars on the Crossfire roster. Might have a tough time hanging with Kevin Silva when it comes to the mat game, so I think Jamba's strategy has got to be to stick to the air and trying to outmaneuver Silva, who's not the quickest guy. It's definitely a fault in Kevin Silva's playbook. But what he lacks in speed, he most certainly makes up for in that wrestling aptitude of his. Oh man, and his cunningness, as well as that willingness to bend the rules if he has to. And of course, Soria, the ace up his sleeve, never far off. Back to the collar double tie up. Mamba with a swoop behind, takedown. Snapmare. Once again, a bit of a stalemate. Oh, that changes quickly. Combination string together. The span of a second. If you blinked, you missed it. Back suplex, standing shooting star press. Silva going to catch the arm and throw out a kick. Barrel roll, not effective. And now Mamba with his own wicked combo. Jamba falling for the allure of Soria at ringside. And Silva backslide. 1, 2. Oh man, Mamba nearly costing himself this match. He's got to be smarter than that. That is a rookie mistake. And Mamba might be a rookie in CMV, but his years around the globe should have taught him better than that. I don't blame him, though. Soria's a looker. She's got that silver tongue. Silva going to follow Mamba back into the ring. Up against the ropes. Black Lightning hanging Silva out to dry. And we get a tiger feint kick. Silva scrambling as he tries to get back to a vertical base. Double chops. Didn't see that forearm smash coming, though. In the corner, it's not a place Silva wants to be, and he knows it. Boot to the side of the head. European uppercut. Surreal fire behind it. Only able to muster a 1 count, though, off the pin attempt. Jamba wants that kick to the gut, looking to set up a little something, but that kip up playing right into the hands of Kevin Silva, or at least he thought so. Arm drag takedown. Overhand punch sends him into the corner. Up on the top rope. Bad part of town for Jamba to be in. The Portuguese got him wrestling with an avalanche butterfly suplex. And you can see the agony Jamba is in. Doesn't stop there. Silva, knowing he's got Jamba hurt, will start to work the neck. And this is where Silva gets dangerous. Starts to take his time, adopt a more methodical pace, and just break an opponent down limb by limb before eventually trying to tap him out. Whether it be the Olympic stretch or any other deadly hold Silva has expertly crafted. Outside of the ring now, not for long. Silva sending Jamba really wants that barrel roll, but not having much luck. Backpack face buster. You can see the look on Silva's face as he knew it was coming. Cutter out of nowhere from Jamba, gonna bust Silva open, and just like that, Jamba might secure the biggest win of his CMV career, but 2.999. However, not finished. What a knee! 1, 2, 3, and Jamba has just pinned a former Alpha World Champion. That is huge! Jamba may have come up short against Pierre Thompson last week, but he wasn't about to drop the ball again. It was a tall order, but Black Lightning taking the bull by the horns, as they say. And picking up a very... Hang on a minute, that's Pierre Thompson. What's he doing out here? Pierre Thompson has just hit the ring, and Sarria has also entered the ring. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Pierre Thompson, who last week defeated Jamba in dominant fashion, now beating down the rookie after the biggest win of his career thus far here in CMV. And Sarria, is she in cahoots with Pierre Thompson? Jamba trying to find this. Sarria is attacking Jamba as well, out of frustration for her client Kevin Silva, or in union with Pierre Thompson. Pop up German suplex. Referee James has no idea what to do here, as the Impact player just continues to beat Jamba down. We got to get security out here ASAP. Reverse STO from Jamba, able to keep Pierre Thompson and Sarria at bay, leaving the ring before he's overwhelmed again. But what does this mean? Has Sarria perhaps found herself a new client in the big dog Pierre Thompson? Time to close out the show, lads and gents, as we have got a first-time encounter. Schmidty 1-on-1 with the new United States champion, Josh Wolf. A couple weeks' time at Fortune, the first pit stop on the road to Ascendance 8. Schmidty will challenge Ace Reeves for the CMV Global Championship after Paul Devine, who won the Elimination Chamber at Validation, was unfortunately involved in a hit and run while out jogging the next morning. And so Kellen O'Neill making an executive decision. Ace Reeves needed a challenger. Schmidty was the runner-up inside the chamber, and so he has now been given the shot. Going to try to prepare by tangling with a man who has really been riding high these last few weeks. His win over Bob Luger at Validation, single-handedly turning the tide for Crossfire on the night. If he would have lost that match, it would have been over. Crossfire would have been dead in the water. But Wolf rose above and was able to do something he's never been able to do before, and that's put Bob Luger down. And then just 1 week later, last episode of Crossfire, defeated Robert Cross to become the new United States champion. So you know that Wolf is coming into this one riding a big old wave of momentum. Can the Game Changer handle it as the referee rings the bell? And here we go, collar and elbow tie-up. Wolf gonna push Schmidty into the corner. Referee James coming between them. Be surprised if we get a clean break. No, of course, cheap shot by Schmidty. German suplex by Wolf. Now, Schmidty did everything he possibly could in his power to make sure Paul Devine didn't make it to Validation and the Elimination Chamber match, enlisting the Mega Powers to beat him down beforehand. But even still, the Asian sensation showed up and showed out, winning the chamber by eliminating Schmidty last. And there's been murmurs out there, people talking about Schmidty being the one behind the hit and run on Paul Devine. And look, I know Schmidty is a dastardly human being. I know he's a real piece of work, but I can't imagine that he would go that far as to potentially, risk Devine's life. And there's no validity to the claims either. I'm the type of guy that likes to see some proof. Schmidty has an alibi. He was nowhere near Devine on the morning that the hit and run happened, so I'm trying to give Schmidty the benefit of the doubt. I just can't imagine he would go that far. I think it really was just a wild accident, and we certainly hope Devine will have a speedy recovery and be back in no time. Hack suplex by... Wait a minute, It's Tenra! It's Tenra of the Mega Powers, and... Well, guys, if you remember last week, Tenra, along with Jarek Lawson and Lance Romance, were ringside watching the United States Championship match between Wolf and Cross, and we know the relationship Schmidty has with the Mega Powers, utilizing them, as I said a moment ago, to try and get rid of Paul Devine. But what is Tenra doing out here tonight? Nearly costing Wolf as Schmidty hit that ripcord knee. But now Wolf is trying to refocus. We saw Jarek Lawson and Lance Romance earlier tonight knock off Guri Suganov in that handicap match. I was actually wondering where Tenra was. I guess he was waiting for our main event. Hasn't been instructed by Schmidty, though. Or is he acting on his own accord? That's the real question. Elbow to the top of the head by the Game Changer. Hook to the jaw. And the former undisputed... Wait a minute! What's Tenra doing? He has just entered the ring as Schmidty slaps on the rear naked choke. If he gets involved, though... What is he doing? He's trying to attack Josh Wolf. Wolf is fighting back, though, and technically Tenra didn't lay his hands on Wolf, so this is not going to be thrown out. But now Schmidty in the distraction, locking in a crossface. Wolf is essentially fighting a handicap match. Old school Schmidty. Tenra's been ejected, but it might be too little too late, guys. 1, 2, Josh Wolf. With a little to no time to spare, Tenra's not leaving though. He's been told by the referee to leave. And there it is, Tenra with a kick to the back of Wolf's head. And this match has been thrown out. Josh Wolf technically victorious by disqualification, but it looks like Schmidty has no problem with it. I think we know why Tenra was out here. But the bigger question is, how far does this relationship go? What's the angle here from Schmidty and the Mega Powers? Taking out Guri Sukanov and Josh Wolf here tonight. Well, guys, thank you as always for tuning in and watching along with me. If you're new to the show and you like what you saw, make sure that you drop a follow so that you know when I go live. Get that cheeky notification. If you're watching on YouTube, you can go to twitch.tv/DashingDJYuri. Or if you're on Twitch, you can check out my YouTube channel, Dashing DJ Yuri, to see all the archived episodes. All 694 at this point. Can't believe 700 is coming up. But until next time, as always, I hope you have a lovely rest of your Saturday night and a great weekend. And I will see you when I see you.